Hello everyone, this is your Pokemon Professor Valken aka Professor Val. Welcome to a brand new video, and this time we have something interesting and a new type of video for you all because again it's not gonna be me solo for this video. I have been joined with a special person for this video and they will introduce themselves right now.
Hello, everybody. Name's Rafmon.
Hello, and do you want to tell the audience what this video is about and what are we gonna do today?
All right. So, I had the privilege of becoming of being a captain for a team tour that is hosted by my good friend Lou in the PDT server. It's the Resurgence 2, and right here I've recruited Valcon to join the Very Loud Boomers, as you can see on the bottom left, second half. I am co-captain with alongside my a good pal Daisy. And yeah, we're running the Very Loud Boomers. We just wanted XBloud to be our logo, so we chose a really iconic name alongside it.
Yeah, that's nice. So it's not just me, and let's talk about what the entire team we have for the season and what were your thoughts about the auction going in and who you were eyeing from the start.
For the auction itself, me and Daisy agreed that we didn't want to spend all our money. This is our little strategy for the auction. We didn't want to spend all our money off rip. We wanted to try to do some safe investment plays, try not to reveal our secret weapons early. The person both me and Daisy were particularly eyeing immediately and said that we really wanted to have on our team was Free Day. As you see, Free Day was our second pick, and ended
Yeah.
up being the most expensive drafted player for 36.5K. But that was basically our entire strategy for the auction. We eyed a couple other people. We had Nash Nashova on our agenda as well. Who is our third pick? We had one more person who ended up getting sniped from us, which was Lisa.
Okay.
But because they seemed like a really good underrated player, we thought they would go under the radar. But clearly somebody else knew how talented they were. But that's completely fine. Me and Daisy are very satisfied with the team we got. We have Friedel, who is just a very good overall. Who's very good in all gens. So we just thought that was a no-brainer for 19.5K. That was just really good. Dawn Platinum, who I know has a lot of team tour experience under their belt, so I surely thought that they would be good. Surely you just they pinged me like a day or two beforehand, saying that I should nominate them, but they told me to nominate them at the very end. But I thought since I didn't know them, many other captains didn't know them, so I just nominated them, and we got them for low budget, which I think was a steal. Then we got Cameron, Charizard, K-Tank, yourself, Wifiki, and Mavs fans. Razor, sorry if I mispronounced any of those names. But generally, we're like, these are just really good people, and we were very surprised to see you all last this very low, especially Wifiki for 5.5K. Me and Daisy collectively agreed that was probably the best steal of the draft.
Yeah, with the experience I have with him now, he is a very good black and white player, I think. Yeah.
Really good black and white player. So for 5.5K, we were very satisfied with that purchase.
Okay. I was going very end, and I literally thought I might not even go drafted, but then I got drafted. I think it was Lou who normed me, I think. And
Yeah, I
but
think
then you
Lou
guys, yeah.
nominated. Yeah, then we upbid Lou.
Yeah.
If you want me to explain a little bit behind the logic behind that was we saw you got nominated by Lou. We looked at your credentials. I don't remember your credentials off the top of my head, but we were like, you're a very good player. We probably want to upbid because in our draft process, you seem like a good enough player that we should upbid you so that either they pay more or we were fine to have. Okay,
Yeah, makes sense.
it
Makes
was that
sense.
logic. It was
Oh
that
yeah.
logic behind that.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm having fun over here, and yeah, I'm happy with the team, especially the people over here. They are, very involved. I think, comparatively
Yeah,
to I've seen in other team twos, some of the team twos players are very, unsatisfied with their team or stuff like that, which I have not seen over here. Let's move to our rosters which we pick for this, like the teams we picked, because what's the format? Do you want to tell them? Okay, so let's start. Do you want to tell them the gens we are playing first before we go to the teams?
Yes, in general, the research team tour is surrounded around 6 generations, generation 3 to 8, and so yeah, and we drafted players all good amongst all gens, and some very specific to those gens, and so yeah, and we had to have 3 drafts per generation, so 18 drafts our team had to collectively do.
Okay, so let's move to our let's go in the order, I guess. Let's start with ADV. This is our ADV 1, and we got pick 8 out of 8 in this.
Yeah, we got wheel pick in advance, which in advance is actually like the second most preferred spot behind first pick, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The wheel just allows us to grab many great stuff.
Yeah.
2 really good round oneers.
Makes sense. Yeah, you either want legs in this or 2 good in the wheel, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So we won't be talking in details about the team, especially for the old gens. We will might start talking a bit more coming to the newer gens. So in the ADV2, we got 3rd pick, and what was the thought process of picking at least the first 2 picks, basically?
The thought process behind advance 2 is that we were surprised to see Metagross go for 3rd pick. We thought it would go 2nd pick, so seeing it drop down to 3rd, we immediately picked up Metagross. And a good partner alongside Metagross would be an Aerodactyl, because it's just a good breaker alongside Metagross's versatility. And then afterwards, we really designated to have more of a spikes-oriented team alongside Glalie, who provides spikes for the team, and then just good supporting alongside it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And the final team for the ADV is gonna be the 4th pick. So we were unfortunate of not getting any lags in this tour, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Snorlax is the greatest mon in advance, so it's very unfortunate. But Zapdos is a really good team. Honestly, this team is very good as well. I don't think any of our advanced teams lacked. I mean, this team has Agility Pass, Metasham was a strategy here, really bulky, so I don't imagine most teams breaking it.
Mm-hmm.
And at 1 point Anarup Spinner, you can never really go wrong with that.
For sure. So yeah, that was a quick recap of advanced team. Let's move on to DPP, which is gonna be Gen 4, and here we got the first pick.
Yes, and DPP, this is my specialty. DPP, we generally got the best picks overall and throughout every gen. We got, of course, here DPP. What we got? First pick we got Infernape. Infernape's just objectively the best mon in DPP, in my opinion. Of course, it's always going to be between Metagross and Infernape, but our team generally agreed that Infernape's just the best mon here, and so it was obviously a round 1 pick. And then being round 1 pick, we did a lot of stuff got taken in between, but and a good supporting cast just ended up being Flygon, Bronzong, and then we just wanted spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And
for sure.
with Frost Toss.
Yeah. Also spin with Tentacruel, T-Spikes over there. So yeah, that's a good team, I would say. The second team for the DPP is we got back wheel again this time.
We got wheel pick, which is really good. I think really good here, particularly because we were able to get both Starmie and Scizor. Starmie you typically might see get picked up round 1 just because it's a really good spinner. So the fact we got it, and alongside Scizor, who's just a really good Scarfer, Bander, Abandoned mon, it's just a really good choice mon, and even so, most teams have trouble breaking it sometimes. So it's just a really good mon. And then we just got a good supporting cast alongside it in terms of Gliscor, Jolteon for speed, and then just a good breaker with Machamp.
Yeah. Okay, so the last team for the DPP is gonna be the second pick overall this time. And like you said, Infernape and Metagross are the 2 best mons, but we see a Dragonite. So what was the thought?
Thought behind Dragonite, and this was morally recommended by Daisy, but generally we all agree, is that having a Dragonite draft seemed better to us than having a Metagross draft, because we already knew we were going to have and Dragonite just seemed like, even though most people hated or will hate on this opinion about Dragonite being the second pick, we definitely got clowned for it, but coming this first week, you will see this Dragonite draft really outstand. And honestly, I think this third DPP draft is my favorite draft of our 3 DPPs. It's just really solid.
This taking over Infernape and Scizor Stymie is something interesting for sure. But you are the DPP guy in the server and the team, so yeah, I wouldn't question your.
Dragonite adds a bit of prep that other teams have to prep for. Is basically what Dragonite is here for.
Yeah. Sometimes forcing prep is the best thing, and yeah. I like that. It's just like mons like Prankster, which is not in this generation, but normally in older generation, if they have Prankster, just even if it's Illumise or something like that, you want a mental herb force items, which I like forcing preps.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. And with that, let's move on to our black and white draft, which is gonna be pick 5. Yeah, we were pick 5 out of 8 in this.
Yeah. Even though we were picked 5 out of 8 here, I think we definitely came out guns a-blazing, because we definitely got 2 round 1 picks, really. We got 2 round 1 picks, Thunder Asterion and Lander Asterion. Just an amazing pickup off rip. Of course, we're a little ice weak, but I think we suffice that amongst the rest of the draft. But it was just a really good 2 round 1 pickups. 5th pick, which is considered the worst pick, so.
Yeah, like of course, like it's the main 3 mons, which are the main ice threatening in black and white. I would say the both Kirams and the Weavile. And if you see that matchup, we can just go with the other 2 teams, which like that's the main thing about team 2s. You draft 2 more teams than the games you play. So if we see opponent has any huge ice team, we just don't go this route. And if they don't, we just this team. Yeah.
This team definitely dominate that team.
Yeah. In this, we got the 3rd pick overall for the black and white second.
Generally, I think there's a specific draft order when it comes to black and white. Garchomp should always go first, then Terrakion, and then afterwards 3rd, which is proven here. We picked up Jirachi. Jirachi's just a good staple bond, having 100 in all stats, being mythical and all, and then having Serene Gray, so those body slams and Iron Heads will be glitching and pairing most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just drafted probably the second best, a really good second rounder in terms of Hydreigon, and then just a really good supporting cast alongside it in terms of very specially orientated this team. So if the opponent's team is very specially weak, you will definitely see this team come.
Yeah, for sure. Especially Hydreigon pairs well with Rachi, given that Levitate, and also like Rachi taking out the dragon heads for Hydreigon. Yeah, I love that pair for sure. And like I have been learning a bit of black and white as well from the before mentioned wiki. He's been teaching me a bit, and I have started laddering up. So maybe once somebody is busy and somebody have to step up for black and white, maybe I can. But I had no previous info about black and white, so yeah, there's that. So last team of the black and white is gonna be second last. 7th out of 8 pick.
Yeah. Here we got Kieran Black, who's just a really good mon. He should probably have gone 5th or 6th pick, so seeing him drop to 7th was really good for us. We definitely picked him up. And then afterwards, Excadrill. On the type chart, it seems to match it, but we definitely realized that Excadrill, along being a good mon, it's kind of... It's a good mon. Excadrill is a good mon for breaking stuff. However, you will probably see it more of a breaker role, not really a supporting role. So you definitely see our first 2 being really offensively oriented. Then we backed up slowly with Yuxi and Suicune being our next picks. And then just a good supporting cast alongside Aerodactyl, Galvantula. And then, of course, the 5-point Sock, which is a steal. Or not a steal, it's just a good prep mon.
Yeah, I think like the only way we got lucky with Kieran Black dropping to 7th pick was like Flutter going for the Rain team and picking up Ferrothorn, and that was the only thing I think, because they had a purpose in mind, and which helped us out in the long run, I think, and we are very glad for that. Okay,
Very
let's
glad,
move
yeah.
on to ORAS, which will be the tier I will be playing the most. So this is the team, and damn, what team we have in this, not gonna lie. So you wanna start about it, or should I go about this?
Started off, to be honest, we got a really Tornadus Darien, 7th pick, really good, and then pairing it up with Keldeo. Mega Kangaskhan, who our team collectively agrees was just a steal in general, and then pairing it up with a good supporting cast behind it. In terms of Hippopotamus and Excadrill, having that in the back pocket, you'll probably see Excadrill come most games, but if you have to be scared of the 1-point Hippo, which is funny to me.
Yeah, it's like if they don't have any weather and they don't have any levitating mons, you are gonna see a Sand Rush Excadrill that week for sure. If it's a levitating
100%.
mon, maybe Drill is forced into Mold Breaker and Hippo won't be coming up. But yeah, I think this is the team I like the most out of our three because of Mecha
100%.
Kangaskhan. Because I don't know how it slipped into the team roster or onto the board, because this is the broken gen of Kangaskhan. I know Seismic Toss is banned, of course, but even though without that, the parental bond is still broken because it does 50% in the second hit instead of just 25. For example, it Oko's a Mega Scizor max HP with just one fire punch. So there's that. The only thing I dislike about this team is the defensive route. There's like no defensive switch in, but I think the team is very offensive oriented for us to not care about it. I was between, like you can see a last pick Sylveon. It was a big, huge discussion among the team. It was gonna be either Sylveon or Hoopa or either Bronzong as well. So I don't know. But we ended up going FITV ball and go full hyper offense. And maybe this will pan out for us. If not, we can see some mid change. But let's move on to the ORAS 2 team, in which we got the 5th pick overall.
Yeah, here we went Landish Incarnate because it's just with Life Orb boost, Life Orb Sheer Force being illegal in Gen 6, right, compared to that of Gen 5. It just seemed like a really good good pick for one of our drafts. And then alongside it, we got Greninja, who we do believe should have went a little earlier, but so we were glad to see it getting picked up here. And then afterwards, just a really good supporting cast alongside Pyroforce, Guntank, Rotomo, Mega Altario, who we knew we wanted pick 3, but because all the teams before us had a Mega as well, we knew we could drop it down to 5th pick, and then we just secured Jirachi, who just gonna be a good versatile mon, and Blastoise, who will of course be our spinner of this draft.
Yes, for sure. I think we had a big discussion about what to pick. We were confused about picking Lando I and Lando T, because in ORAS 3 we had the option to go both.
Lando T was taken.
Yeah,
Lando
no,
T was
I
taken.
mean we were discussing that in ORAS
yes.
3, and then we saw in ORAS 2 that Lando I was available, and then we said we don't have to think much. Take Lando T in 1, Lando I in 2nd, and we get both. Also, I like this team as well. It's like very high tier offensive mon, and like the Lando T, Clef, Latios, Mega Lob for round 4, which we thought was a steal. And not gonna lie, this was my favorite draft during the period, because we made one team hate us because of the back-to-back snipes we made. What do you want to say about that?
Oh, we're in ORAS 3?
Yeah. In ORAS 3, we did snipe Clef and Mega Lop, I think, from the retirement hall.
We said Clef. Mega Lob people think it's a fake mon in ORAS, which I somewhat do slightly agree, but dropping it to pick 4, that's just an opportunity that we can't refuse.
Yeah, I think it was undrafted in ORAS 2 as well. It was. But still, with the team we had, because of the special breakers we have in Clef and Latios, because like Clef is a very supportive mon, but it can also carry Magic Guard Life Orb, which can give that extra punch Clef needs and not take the extra damage. And alongside Latios doing the special breaking and Lopunny on the physical side, I think it's a good mon. Especially in ORAS, I like it because all the new megas does not get the new speed right away, but Mega Law being able to fake out while it megas instead of being protect, I think is one of the best quality in Gen 6.
Oh, 100%, yes.
Okay, let's move on to the next generation in list, which is gonna be Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and this is the only only gen we wanted the first pick, and we got it, and we were so happy because, like, of course, you can see why, and Raf will give you a description why.
In USUM, I mean, there's just one clear dominating mon in this generation, and of course that is the almighty Tapu Koko. Getting Tapu Koko on one of our drafts, we definitely want, and so therefore we obviously knew we needed to get one first pick on at least one of our drafts. And of course, getting Tapu Koko having probably one of the best Z captains here. And yeah, we let this team be controlled by, or mainly orchestrated by, our lead USUM expert in terms of Nashova. And he really did just make this team as though drafting really good pieces in terms of Tapu Koko, Latios, Mega Scizor, and then drafting his staples in terms of Shaman and Chandelure. I know we had discussions alongside about Alolan Muck and Vaporeon, because originally I think we were going to go for Skuntank and Keldeo, if I'm not mistaken. But I think I like the direction. Kelly is really good, no, of course, but I think I like the direction this team went instead.
Yeah, of course, like, because Chandelure is also a good Z captain. It's just like how Manaphy performs. With Z Sunny Day, it can get the sun up and get a +1 speed, which what Chandelure always wants. And like Chandelure, you will see either be choice carved or either be Z Sunny Day. Basically, like, it needs the speed, because with that 145 special attack, it does not want to be locked. Yeah,
it will hit like a truck.
Yeah, especially in the sun. Even resist to fire are gonna take a bunch with a fire move in the sun with that kind of special attack, for sure. Let's talk about the second team, which is gonna be pick number 6 out of 8, and I was happy with the first round pick because that's my the mascot, the Gibble, and I love Chomp. I can chomp it up every single day.
No, Garchomp's just a really good mon. I'm finding out Garchomp's probably my most drafted mon, like one of my most drafted mons, and it's for good reason. It's just a good old reliable mon to have. And in USUM, it's no different. Garchomp will definitely put in work here, especially being a Z captain alongside who I think will be most of the time Z captain, Manaphy, because Manaphy's just a really strong Z captain here. And then, yeah, we just got a good supporting cast alongside it in terms of Serena, Metagross, Talonflame, Subvalley. I mean, this team just looks phenomenal to me.
Yeah, for sure. So by chance, if I forgot to mention, the Z rules for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is like maximum of 2 Z captains with total of 30 points. So that's the main reason you will see many of the teams not go for higher 2 tier mons as the Z captains, because there was a limit. With Garchomp, we could only afford Manaphy, and with Coco in the last one, there were like a few, and with Chandelure did fit the bill, even though we wasted a few extra points over there, but there was nothing which supports it. But in here, we got the perfect 30 with Manaphy and Chomp. Manaphy, like I said, just Chandelure, but with the rain, and with Tail Glow and something like Manaphy is such an all-round mon, and opponent always have to respect Tail Glow, and you can just go for Z Rain Dance and with the hydration, even if you are toxic or anything, your ability with Rain Dance Z is just so amazing for you.
Yeah, 100%. And Rain Dance also helps alongside the rest of the team. I think if you could play correctly, you now have Hurricane, Talonflame, which is I think the potential Rain Dance here is a lot, and I think our team really enjoys that. Even our fire type isn't really neutral because then it can lead towards flying stab instead.
Yeah, for sure. And like all of course, and while we were drafting and we saw Silvally, even though the multi tag is not yet broken, it's just base 90 and not base 120, unfortunately, until Swiss. But I think Silvally is just so like exploitable in any way we want. Like if is there a matchup we struggle a lot, Silvally is gonna be that type. Basically, that's the main thing about how
100%.
Silvally is played. Okay. So the last team on the Ultra Sun Ultra Moon is gonna be, we wanted like it was ambitious for us, but we wanted a Zera team as well. But unfortunately, we did not get any elite numbers after the first one. We got both
No.
6 out of 8 in this, and yeah,
Yeah, it's very depressing to see Zeraora get picked up right before us. We hoped it was seemed like it was going to drop the 6th pick, and then it got picked up 5th. Which congratulations on to Sten and Bang for drafting that. Really good steal on their behalf. Really wish that would have been us, but we did pick up a really good, strong combination in terms of Tornado Steering, who's just a really good Z captain, and then Mega Marwa, who I think complements Tornado Steering very nicely.
yeah. Especially with like if you are, you can see our second Z captain is Terrakion, because Taunt does not need to be the Z captain. It's that versatile of a mod. You can be just AV Taunt every week to support Mega Mobile as well, because like you are taking nothing from a flamethrower or fire blast, anything, and just regen it back with your AV while just letting mobile get in for free.
And then Terrakion, of course, taking use of the Z Captain target. It's a really good in terms of its speed tier and its strong breaking capability. Now just enhanced with Z. It's just really strong.
Yeah. So yeah, and also we got the last round scissor, which I liked a lot. A secondary steal with mobile is always good, so you don't have to risk your mobile. Basically, is what I think is best, because mobile being the only steal is sometimes threatening, because what if you predict a wrong sludge versus flame? Even though Caesar is not gonna take it, but you want to make a mobile to do more of that breaking, and Caesar being on the
More
supportive role,
defensive, yeah.
yeah, and you can even run Okaberry on it if full special defensive, if that's a risk, right? Which can't be
Yeah,
done
I think
on
our,
mobile.
our team supports the two steel types. We have Rotom Heat, Starmie, and if we need to, AV Tornadoes. I think our steel
Yes.
types will just suffice perfectly here.
Yeah. So let's move on to the last generation of the team tour, because we are not doing SVs. The Swiss one. And here we got the 4th pick. And I think we have Garchomp in all the 3 generation now, and which tells you like we love it here, and it's one of the best mons for sure.
100% Garchomp is really good. I think this is one of our better teams, one of our greater favorite teams. Not better teams, but favorite teams of our Sword and Shield draft. Picking up Garchomp and then Cinderace dropping this low was just a really good snipe in our team's opinion. I don't think it should have been this low, and it just offers a lot of stuff to our team. And then Celesteela dropping 3rd round, that was just an incredible pickup.
Yes, Steela dropping that low was the biggest shock. I mean, Cinderace, I think, because like the Libro is banned because it's the broken Libro generation. So Protein and Libro
Yeah.
both are banned. But we needed it for the speed tier most likely. And Blaze is still strong, because if you are Focus Sash or anything like Custap, if you Custap Endure, not just Custap, you have the speed, just Endure, a blaze boosted flare blitz is gonna just kill anything or like do 80% to the mon, because it's just that strong. A base 120 attack, I'm saying flare blitz because like you don't want to miss pyro ball in that, and it also gives you momentum if you are already 1 HP. I think that's a good, and I like the high end of the team and just following up with the support roles over down there. uh, yeah, I do like this team. Let's move on to the second team of Swiss, which is gonna be here second pick, and with this we have another mon in all our 3 generation, ORAS, Ultrasun, and Swish, Tornadus Therian.
Yes, Tornadus Darien. So Tornadus Darien is definitely just a really good mon in this gen, of course, regen. And then here you can see something that you might have recognized in black and white. Where was it black and white or ORAS?
ORAS.
Whichever one of ORAS, where we have Excadrill Hippo again. This combination, I think our team just really liked the combination of these two. This team we lacked a spinner, and Excadrill fit that role. But in the moments where we think, screw it, we may as well just go full offense, because you can very well see our team being defensive one side, offensive the other, and Hippo just letting Excadrill break through. It just seems amazing.
Yeah, like especially, and in the ORAS we also had the Drill Hippo, exact same combo with the Taunt itself. So I think that's funny. But on the other hand, because it's not just extra drill, if you bring Hippo and the opponent team is very special attacking focused, Nihilego is never dying. That mon is never dying with the special defense boost, not gonna lie, because like the 1.5x boost is too much, and like if you give it Shaka, I think you can even lift 2 of those, right? And with the special defense buff, if hidden power, I mean, not a main special attacker.
Yeah, that I do agree with. Yeah,
because hidden power is just base 60. If it's technician, maybe a bit more. But I think if it's just a base 60 hidden power crown, I think Nihilego with Shaka can live at least 2 and just threaten a lot with this. And the last team of the tour is gonna be 7th out of 8 pick, and we got amazing pick over here as well, not gonna lie. Mew is just so versatile.
Mew is so versatile. I think this one, I mean, it fell where it fell, but honestly, it's just a really good staple mon. And in terms of draft, and in terms especially of team tour, just having such a flexible mon just reassures that if we're struggling to pick a team, this team would probably be the team we pick anyways, because it's so good at being so flexible.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that's all the teams. And what do you think about the team overall and the rosters overall, and what hopes you have with the team?
Honestly, I mean, I think our team will go far. I definitely do think we drafted not players, a lot of steals throughout each generation. I don't think any gen we're going to be lacking in. I do argue we have a lot of strong players on this team, a lot for good price, and I think we'll make playoffs. I know guaranteed we'll make playoffs with this team.
Yeah, we shall do that. And guys, we will be making this a weekly thing, and we will be talking about some of the matchups we will be playing and uploading those games as well for you all to join. And if you want to watch the entire series and entire seasons of other the other teams as well, you can join the Discord server. I will link that below into the video. The PDT server will be linked. And before that, let's show you guys the week 1 matchups. Who are we gonna play against in the week 1, and what team both of the sides are gonna choose. So guys, that was it for the teams. Let's look at the matchups we have to play this first week. The first game we are gonna play versus the Platymains, and here are the matchups. It's Friday versus Boss for the ADV, Refmon versus DL4 for DPP1, Daisy versus DM Clay for DPP2, because if you don't know, it's like 6 gens, so we have 6 games for each. And the main reason we drafted 3 teams for each is both teams are gonna select 1 flex slot each week. One was selected by us, one was selected by opponent, which was Platymain, and because of which we have 2 generation we have been repeating, basically 2 extra games which can be of either generation. So this time we have 2 DPP games. The second will be Daisy versus DM Clay using the Infinite team. Refmon will be using its Dragonite team. Friday will be using the Metagross and a Tactile team in 2 wars for ADV. And for Black and White, we have the Kidam Black and Excadrill team going versus the Garchomp, Blastoise team versus King Rock. So that's our first 4 games of the week. The second half of the games is gonna be your guy Professor Valken. Me will be playing in ORAS versus Mr. Tim using the Mega Kangaskhan team versus Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. We have Nash Boa versus Steering, and for the final we have Swish, Tritel and LA versus Cameron and Ninta Oxpojo. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So we have Z Tapu Koko facing versus Z Tonti. Those were the teams will be facing in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. In Swish, we have Tonti again versus Tapu Koko. It's reversed for us this time, but there's no Z in this. It's Swiss. And for the final, we have Garchomp versus the Zera team for the finale. Unfortunately, when I was gonna pull the dock for the matchups, the dock wasn't ready yet, so I wasn't able to pull it right away. So we had to pause the recording. And while I was making this myself, Rav had to leave for his work because of the time zone differences. We are at different time. He had to leave for the work, so I just ended up finishing this on my own. In the end, this is the week 1 matchups. This will be the 8 games which will be featured in the week 1 matchup video, which will be uploaded next week. So I hope you guys like the video, like the matchups, and you will like what we are doing over here. And I hope so you guys like this content, and if you guys do, maybe we can do more of team tour content alongside my solo content as well, because I am going to play my AAA game of the bracket in like an hour, and I will try to do it live instead of post-com. So there's that. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope it was not delayed this much, so Rav would be here to see you off guys as well. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to join the PDT Discord. I will do link it in the description, and if anybody else is sharing the content for the league, I will do plug them as well. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining in. See you guys in the next one.